on the corner. I'm posted on the corner.
Three, 2, and 1. You posted on the corner with yours, truly, Incognito
and DJ Misses.
DJ Misses. I always bring up the word consistent.
Always.
And you know, we got a lot of posted on the corner alumni.
But this a real one right here.
Yeah, this is probably the first posted on the corner alumni right here for real.
Duh.
Like when Zoom had started, when the pandemic happened, he didn't take his foot off the gas because he worked super hard.
Period.
And year after year, quarter after quarter, he gonna continue to put something great in the speakers, right? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got NLE Choppa in the studio.
What's going on? Thank you for having me. On the corner with it.
What's up, NLE Choppa?
What's going on?
Hey, man, you been in that studio all the time. You right back at it.
Yeah.
Doing it again.
Always.
About to do it again.
Yes, sir.
Playing on the words, bro. You got this record, Do It Again. How did this record come about?
Man, record came about was just trying to bring something old and mix it with the new. You know, I feel like it's a new wave, a new style going around, like them Jersey club beats. So shout out to New Jersey. And I'm trying to bring a sample, you know, some old school back to it. And I feel like I mixed the old with the new well. So, you know.
That's dope. So when you got in the studio and you first heard that beat, what was that like?
I'm going to be honest, like, I listened to it, I was like, yeah, it ain't no way this just came about. Like, you know, like it was a breath of fresh air type of beat. I feel like it was something I haven't heard. You know, I feel like it was extremely new because of just the Jersey sound that came with the sample. You know, the little Jersey sounds of boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So that little up-tempo, little bop gave it that life, I feel like, and it just refreshed it. So it was beautiful.
That's dope, because that was definitely a different vibe from you. Like with that type of beat with your country twang onto it. That was dope. So you also got your single Ice Spice. So tell us about that. Break that down.
Yo, so Ice Spice was crazy. And I can when I see Tay Keith, I'm always laugh about it because me and Tay Keith, we've known each other before I blew up. And like, you know what I'm saying? We just now getting our first song again.
Wow.
So like it's been times where he sent me beats and it's just like I recorded to something before but I never dropped it, and it was just like, yo, like my people used to always ask me, how y'all from the same city? Y'all ain't did nothing yet. So boom, we ended up finally getting in the studio. He played me like 3 or 4 beats. And they were hard beats, but I'm real picky when it comes to beats. Like out of 100 beats, somebody will play me, I only like 9 or 8 because I want the ones that's just real special. So boom, he played that one. So he played 4 of them. I told him, I said, yo, I want something that you will play for Drake. And he looked at me, he was like, okay. And he went in a whole different folder and played that one. That was the first song he played after that. And I just hopped on the beat.
Gotta love that. NLE Choppa is here, posted on the corner with yours, truly, Incognito and DJ Misses. Let's stay in Memphis for a minute, man. I know you be on that basketball court going crazy. Ja Morant is doing his thing.
Yeah.
Have you had the chance to play one-on-one with him yet?
Nah, not yet. But, you know, I be sitting front row with some of the games. I be watching him play. I mean, like, he's the most entertaining player in the league right now, for sure. Like, you know, I feel like I kind of felt basketball was losing a little bit of entertainment in a sense, you know, because I'm a huge Kobe fan. I grew up watching Kobe a lot, and I just feel like he was the most entertaining player to me because he was hitting shots you wouldn't think would go in. He was dunking on people, 34, 33, you know. So Ja Morant, for sure, he's won me over as a player. He's like one of my favorite. Him and LaMelo, for sure.
For sure. So, being so young in this industry, man, what keeps you motivated to keep going?
Man, just not. I'm not where I want to be at. You know, I'm not where. Let me rephrase that. I'm not where God showed me I'm gonna be at. So I know with the things I manifest on a daily, you know, the things I pray about, I know in order to get there, I gotta bust it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to cuss or nothing, but I gotta work extremely hard to get there. The power of making things work is putting the effort in and putting the work in. So I try to make sure that I'm going in like overtime. Like I'm in the studio from 8 p.m. to 10 a.m. the next morning. I do that for a whole week or a whole 2 weeks straight. Like, you know, I go in the studio for a week and I come out with like 30 songs. Like I try to go hard as I can because I know I'm real big on the saying you sow what you reap. And when it's time to reap what I sowed, I know like it's gonna come back in like times 1,000, 1,000,000, whatever, because I'm putting the work in.
So how did you know that music was the lane that you wanted to be into?
I knew music was a lane for me because I didn't really know how to express my thoughts, my feelings, and where my heart set it. You know what I'm saying? I was never the person to voice how I felt because I just genuinely didn't really know how.
Right.
When I found music, when I found writing songs, when I found listening to certain beats that bring out a certain or can trigger a certain emotion or a certain trauma, it helped me to talk about what I went through. So I was using music as I'm using music as a therapy, you know, more so than just something to make and then like listen back to it. It's like a let out, you know. It's like a happy place as well, you know. The same way how I make hype songs, you know. A lot of stuff like that is fueled off anger that I probably went through. Or if I can make a love song is fueled off where my heart is. You know, it's just come in different pockets, you know.
Definitely, for sure. So how do you feel about the current state of music right now?
I feel like it's elevating to something very different. I finally can say I feel like it's getting a lot out of the shoot 'em up, bang, 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 which is
It's getting back fun.
Yeah, it's getting fun. You know, it's a lot of music that's actually fun out right now, and that's what I want to listen to. That's what I like to hear. That's like what I like to make now. You know, the shoot 'em up, bang, bang stuff is cool. You know what I'm saying? But I feel it gets repetitive and it's also detrimental to a lot of us. I feel like you can rap about it, but rap about it on a different type of beat that make people want to dance. And you will forget about it. You will really forget it's a killing song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for safety instance, when I made Walk 'Em Down, a lot of people loved Walk 'Em Down because you don't really understand it's a killing song. The whole song.
Walk 'em down.
Yeah. The whole song is about violence, but once you listen to it, it's not like you want to go do something. It's like you just want to move. Like, you want to dance. So it's elevated styles of just trap or drill, and I feel like the world is elevating in style right now, and the people that's not elevating are slowly trickling off. So, you know.
Truly. Your shows are electrifying, man. What's some of your favorite songs to perform?
Man, I gotta say Camelot for sure. Like, especially when the police in the building. Yeah. Because I know on one of the parts on the hook is like I say, F the police, because they ain't gonna stop, you know, nothing or whatnot. And it just be funny because, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I love the police. All cops ain't bad, you know. But I hate the bad cops for sure. But, you know, all cops ain't bad. But at the same time, it's just funny because we'll be looking back. Everybody be looking back while I'm performing it. And if it's police in the building, when I say their part, we always look at them just to see how they just to see their face and stuff. But yeah, for sure, get the crowd hype. That one and Narrow Road and you gotta end it off with Shotta Flow for sure. The original.
Yeah, they love that. That make the heads go crazy. Hey man, you stay in the community, more so in the schools, encouraging and leading the youth. You do reading programs and things of that nature. If it's something that you could do next year to continue that journey, what would you say you would do?
For sure, putting a reading program in as many schools as I can, because I've seen what it's done for one school. I've seen it take one school to a failing school to a reward school.
Come on,
like for real. Like I've seen me just implement a reading challenge to the students. I've seen kids actually going to the restroom reading books in lines, walking in the line reading books, hopping out the car in the car riding line to start school reading books, walking into school with the books in their hand. Wow. I've challenged kids to read 100,000 words, and these would be the same kids that read 1,000,000 words at the end of the year. I've seen like them. I didn't even put a number on one school, and they read 27 million as a whole. Wow. So I've seen what my voice and what my positive influence can do to a kid, you know. So the same way, I remember one time, I had this kid used to FaceTime me, and he used to show me like his Nerf guns. He was like, "Look, I got guns like you do," and it kind of sparked me since that. And it was a helpful thing that I know what he's accustomed to seeing from me. So from that day on, I wanted my message to be, okay, I may not be the best positive light when it comes musically, but outside of music, what can I do day to day that can enrich kids or help develop kids to understand that, okay, this is entertainment that you see on YouTube and stuff, but me coming to this school and helping you with this is what's real. So that's why I try to be like a balanced role model, you know, because I know you can't be perfect all the time, you know. Right. You just human. So
definitely. Would you ever write like a children's book or anything?
I've already wrote one.
That's hard.
I wrote one. So that's another goal. So my thing is I'm teaming up. We still teaming up with Accelerated Reading, right? I'm teaming up with Accelerating Reading. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but I'm fairly young. I just turned 20, but when I was in school, it's this thing called Accelerated Reading, and it's like AR. So boom, you read the book, and then you go to the testing, and they have like a 21 question test about the book. You know what I'm saying? So it lets you know, like, did you learn something from the book you read? They ask you questions that you had to read to know the answer to. So with that being said, I'm teaming up with Accelerated Reading, and I'm hoping to come out with my children's book, and Accelerated Reading go across all schools.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to put my book through there and have people take tests on it, and then let me know what they learn from it, and that's another way to expand my reach to the kids to let them know what's important. Yeah,
that's what's up.
sure.
So what else are you working on for this upcoming year that you could tell us about?
Man, this upcoming year I'm working on a lot, but the main thing I'm prioritizing right now is finishing my I ain't even gonna say mixtape. I'm gonna say my project Cottonwood 2. It's gonna be coming top of the year for sure before April for sure, but I'm aiming like around January, February. So it's gonna be I think it's gonna be my best project to date for sure. And I might have a few followers with that one, but that one gonna be one of the ones.
That's
NLE Choppa is here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito and DJ Misses. I remember one of my first times seeing you go viral was you was in the studio with Bird, man, bro.
Yeah.
What's some words of advice or something that he might have told you that stuck with you throughout your career?
I'm gonna be honest, me and Birdman didn't really talk as much. Like, I couldn't really remember too many, like, I honestly can't really remember too many conversations we had during that period, because he was working in a different studio. But I do remember him saying, say, young, that verse hot there, boy. So, like, I remember him saying one of my verses was hot. So, like, you know, I mean, it's always good. I feel like more so the energy of him wanting to meet me was a beautiful thing, because he a legend. But I do know one memory with him that stood out for me. Yo, I had this video I rapped to my mom on Mother's Day. You know, I wasn't the best child, so I tried to, when it came around for gifting seasons, I always made sure I got my mom a good gift to try to be like, you know, I know I'm bad, but like, hey, here, you know what I'm saying? Probably just you overlooked that for a little minute. So I wrote Dear Mama, and I wrote it to Tupac beat Dear Mama. You know, Tupac was always an inspiration for me, and I remixed Dear Mama and rapped it to her in a car, and that was 2 years before I blew up. And when I came to him, he had that video saved in his phone with the date on it. He was like, "This you, ain't it?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "How you get that?" He said, "I've been watching you." I was like, "That's crazy," because you never know who watching you. Like, that video did like 12,000, 14,000 on my Instagram or whatnot, you know, but you never thinking like Birdman or these peers are watching it. It went viral, so, you know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So with you just turning 20, being young, how did you know that you had to get right with your spirit?
Man, because it's this thing that play in my head every day. I did something that wasn't aligned with my spirit, and it was just Lauryn Hill saying, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? Like, every time I did something, like every time I said, why I'm not here, why I'm not there, came to me, how you gonna win when you ain't right within? It was like a spirit guy kept putting that in my mind, or God just kept pushing it in my mind. And I finally started to take certain journeys within myself to try to make sure my traumas, whatever, I'm in my best health, whatever it is internally that's eating me up, that's not allowing me to be the best version of me, to shine my light that God gave me. I made sure I went in and I made sure I put construction on it. So I feel like a lot of people, when they're feeling like they're not where they're supposed to be, it's a few things. First and foremost, you have someone around you that's blocking your blessing. Secondly, it's you. You know what I'm saying? You got to go within yourself to change certain habits, certain traits that people may have that's holding one back. So, you know, that's pretty much the journeys I've been going on.
Wow. So how can you explain to the youth how important it is to protect your peace?
Protecting your peace is extremely important, because God, I feel like it's a thing that's not talked about enough. You know, a lot of things get misconstrued. your church isn't what's down the street. Your temple isn't what's down the street at the corner. Your temple and your church is your body. You have one vessel. God gave you this vessel to cherish this vessel. You know what I'm saying? This is where God live. God live within people. God don't live in the air. The above is up here. He live in the body. So you have to make sure the body is as pure as possible to receive what he have for you. And that's about the best way to put it, because, you know, I mean, that's well worded right there. That's just how it is.
I
know
that's right.
You just got to feed the temple, and the temple for me is my body, my vessel, making sure I'm the best, because you only get one of these skins.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's only one skin, and just love it and take care of it.
Period.
Man,
He's going to take care of you.
I see you over there tatted, man. What was your first tattoo?
My first tattoo, man, it was a girl name. I ain't going to lie to you.
What?
Yeah, it's covered up, though.
Right. Put that out there. It's covered up. All right.
I had my mama name. My first session, I got a girl name on my neck and my mama name right here. Both of them covered up.
Yeah.
See, I had to make room for this one, but my mama on my chest though.
yeah.
So,
She still felt some type of way. How you gonna remove my tat? Man, I got your whole face on my chest.
what's one thing you would say people get misconstrued about you, bro?
Misconstrued about me. I'm gonna be honest, I feel a lot of people think I'm weird. Like, a lot of things I preach about or talk about, people find, I guess, weird because they don't understand it. But I know some people, once they get there, it'll all resonate and they'll be like, okay, I see where he was coming from, or I see, you know what I'm saying, why he did certain things. Like, I see why this nigga, why he was butt naked outside taking a shower in the rain. Like, you know, I look at myself like my old self. I look at myself from my old self standpoint. I be like, man, you out your mind. But then when I come back to my current reality, I realize, you know, like, say for instance with the shower thing, showering in the rain. Like, when you think about it, when you go in your shower at home, what is it? It's a replica of raindrops. It's a shower head. You know, the shower head is called a rain shower head. You know what I'm saying? So certain things like that. And I just think about, like, how my ancestors lived back in the day. There were no showers. They had to wait till the rain came to wash up. So, you know, certain things like that. But I feel like there's one thing that's misconstrued. I think I'm just ahead of my time a little bit and a little bit far back on my time.
No, that's right. So what advice do you have for artists trying to get in this game right now?
Just stay dedicated, stay consistent, because keep God first as well. And just know anything possible. You know, if your mind can think it, you can achieve it. Only thing you got to do is just work towards it. I feel like it's nothing that's impossible, like nothing at all. So you just got to think it, achieve it, and keep working towards it. You will get there. And keep God first. That's the biggest thing. Prayer every night. You know what I'm saying? Pray every night.
Definitely.
Gotta stay protected.
So would you ever get into acting or anything like that? Do you have any other dreams you want to accomplish outside of your rap career?
That's another thing, that when you said what I have planned for next year, I'm ready now. Like, they sent me scripts in the past, and I just know I wasn't ready for it at the time, but now I'm ready. I'm extremely ready. And if they don't send me any this year, I have no problem with making my own movie.
I was about to say, come on, do your own.
I can write my own script. I can write my own story. Listen, I just wait on them to come back around. But if I really want to come back to my roots and, like, give like an autobiography of me, of my whole life, that's what I really want to do. And I got the people around. I know some people that can write it out. I could just talk to a person and they can just type everything out, then come with the scripts. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be perfect for me.
That's dope.
Gotta love that. NLE Choppa is here, posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito, DJ Misses. When it came to you stepping in the industry and picking an artistry name, was NLE Choppa the first name you chose?
The first name I had was YNR Choppa. So Choppa was, like, always a nickname I had amongst my peers. But YNR came from a group I was rapping with at the time. And then I took, like, an independent route. I wanted everything to just be soulfully a reflection of me, because I feel like I'm always just in tune with myself, and I ain't really rock well amongst other people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my thoughts and what I had to accomplish was always genuinely, like, it's hard to explain, but I just know I wanted soulful ownership of my own control, if that makes sense. I'm my own man, if that makes sense. So, you know, I created my own brand in the elite at like 14, 15. I had a trademark and everything.
That's
you know,
hard.
so.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I gotta I got a few of them, and it's not in no order. I gotta go Men's to Society, Poetic Justice, Boys in the Hood, Above the Rim, and
Man,
yo,
like
Creed.
80s,
Yo, I Creed though. I gotta throw a new one in there. Creed. I love Creed, like the first one, the very first one.
Wow.
And, Deuces too. It's a lot of movies, like especially the old ones though. Like those are movies I rock with because I felt like it wasn't nothing like that was pushed in it. Like as far as agenda, it was just raw. You know what I'm saying? It was reflective of what we went to on a day-to-day basis. It was cultural. So I love movies like that. That's why I said like if they want to send me scripts, I'm not tripping because I know what I really want to innovate. I want to innovate the raw, uncut, the real stuff. What we really go through.
We
And
need modern day Juices and
that's what we need.
Poetic Justice. We need modern day Boys in the Hood.
We need those. So
real,
I'm willing to provide those myself. You know what I'm saying? So.
So are there any artists or producers that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Man, I feel like I for sure, like I said, every time somebody asks me, I for sure want to work with Drake. I feel like that's a major accomplishment. I feel like a lot of people want to work with him because of what he can bring in to an artist, but I want to work with him out of respect because you know what I'm saying? I remember when I was growing up, I used to watch a lot of things like how Drake would face hate because, you know, he was biracial or he was from the Grassy or that he was a Jew or whatnot. I remember all the hate that I saw that he faced and people didn't really embrace him. But now he like big homie.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You gotta check in, you gotta tap in. Like,
with Drake.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to have that type of feature or want to work with him. But I feel like I'm like one of the ones that understand the trials and tribulations he probably went through to get there, to want to be, you know, to be sitting on that throne.
Hell yeah.
So I respect it because I feel like I go through the same thing. I respect what I resonate with. Producer wise, I just did some stuff with Timbaland. Like it was crazy.
That's big.
That's huge.
That man went in the studio, started beatboxing, made a beat and everything. And I rapped on it. I'm like, yo, that man beatboxing.
That's an experience.
But yeah, like. I feel like that's huge right there, but I feel like Dr. Dre for sure that'll be hard. Like them old school producers, I want to get back to them. Like I want to do that, and it'll be hard.
Oh man, on your worst day, what's something that keeps you smiling?
My daughter, all the time.
Let out.
She got one of them smiles, and she got one of them personalities.
Yeah.
She a Gemini too, so she crazy.
Must be two sides.
She crazy.
Look.
She tell me shut up, no, punching me. I was like, dang. I'm her punching bag, but you know what I'm saying? She love her punching bag, so I can't complain.
So how do you find balance with being a father and being this hip hop star?
Well, my baby mother make that easy. Don't it? So
Shout out to baby moms.
But I mean, just finding a balance. I feel like I'm a father. I feel like one of those things you don't even consider balance even being in it, because I feel like I'm a full-time father. Like even if I see somebody else's children or something, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, yo, like it just kicks in. I feel like I'm all times like a father, like whether it's from pets to whatever, whether it's somebody older than me and I'm trying to help them out with something, it's like I'm always giving like a dad type of energy, because I feel like I'm 20 but I'm like far along mentally, you know, so I'm always like a dad. I've always been one. Sure. You know.
Hey, we about to go live and have some fun on the radio at the same time, bro. We about to go live, all right? Then my personal partner, the platinum producer, the Diamond Award winning DJ Monte. You posted on the corner with yours truly, Incognito
and DJ Misses.
DJ Misses. We one day close to the weekend. We got a special guest in the studio. NLE Choppa.
What's going on? Live in the flesh, baby.
What's up, NLE?
What's up? What's going on?
Man, you got 2 new records. You got this Ice Spice record. You got the Do It Again record. Man, you just stay in the studio giving us something to vibe
Tearing the
to.
streets up, okay?
I got you. Got to keep it active. You know?
Hey, man, this Do It Again record has been going crazy. Like, it's on the radio all the time. The first time you ever heard your song on the radio, where were you and how did that make you feel?
Oh, where was I? I honestly do not remember, but if I recall right, I think Mom called me or something.
Mama!
I was getting calls from people telling me I was on the radio, and I never had heard it firsthand, but people was calling me and they was like, "You made it, you did your big one, you on the radio now." So like it was for sure an experience and something, you know.
Does it
crazy.
still feel like surreal sometimes? Like you just get in the car or you just hop on Instagram and be like, I see myself, this is me.
I'm gonna be honest, I never catch myself on the radio. So I feel like it's a blessing because once I do, I be like, yo, I'm on the radio. Like I never came. I feel like I've never had like a song to where like every time you hop in the car, it's on the radio. But like once I hear myself on the radio, I'm like, yo, it's like always a refreshing, warming feeling of when I first started it because it's like rare to me, you know.
How you love that? With NLE Choppa, I got some good news for you. You got a new record called Do It Again. We broadcasting live from Atlanta, but we got the state of North Carolina tuned in, Ohio, Indiana, Texas, Mississippi, Detroit.
Yeah.
Can't forget about Baltimore, Mississippi. And we about to do it again. Go ahead and introduce that record, dog.
Let's do it. It's NLE Choppa, Do It Again, featuring Too Rare. Let's go.
This is how you kick off the last month of 2022.
Come on. And we still bringing it into the new year.
It's the first of the month. NLE Choppa, your song on the radio, my boy.
I just heard it too.
You on the radio, my boy. Are you going up on TikTok with this song?
Yes, 164,000 and counting videos.
Come on, man.
Like, there's 164,000 people. Like, and it's not just America.
Yeah.
What's crazy is this song is doing better internationally.
Yeah.
than America, like UK, Nigeria, everywhere, Africa, the whole Africa.
Got that passport in your pocket right now. You ready to go see them?
I'm ready to go.
We need that international tour.
I'm ready.
NLE
I just
Choppa.
came out one this year for sure. It's gonna be even more lit now.
Come on.
Yeah. For sure.
NLE Choppa's here. If they want to tap in with you on social media, how can they do that, dog?
Man, tap in NLE Choppa Music on Instagram, NLE Choppa Music on TikTok, NLE Choppa 1 on Twitter. Man, Snapchat, NLE Choppa Music, everywhere. Just search me up. I'm there, the dude with the blue check.
How you WeFixMoney.com. Can get up to $2,500 whenever you need it. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for over 13 years. It has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. So for all your emergency cash needs, go to WeFixMoney.com. If you need up to $2,500 for credit card bills, car repairs, child care, any other reason, go to WeFixMoney.com. Free to use and available 24/7. Trust the name you know. WeFixMoney.com. Get up to $2,500 at WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
Listen here, man, you already know what time it is. I'm posting on the corner with my boy, Incognito. Bring that ass here, boy.
Y'all must do that a lot.
Yeah.
Be able to be so fluent reading it. I would have been fumbling and fucking up.
I say that every time we talk about, man, that boy can read.
For sure, bro. We be in this thing every day. It'd be redundant at this part.
So you were talking about the international tour. I got to ask you, what was one of your most craziest moments being on tour?
Yes.
I'm going to be honest, the red light district in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And that, y'all know what that is?
I heard of it.
So prostitution is legal there.
Yeah.
And it was my first time I ever paid for pussy. But I feel like I paid for an experience because you overseas. You overseas.
You say if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. it's like so imagine have y'all ever been to Beale Street, Memphis?
Yes.
So let's just say downtown, right? And you walking downtown in the strip, let's just say Las Vegas Strip.
Okay.
Everybody been there. So you walking on Las Vegas Strip and it's like these buildings and like they go like for a whole block long and it's like 2 stories. So you got one on top, one on bottom, one on top, one on bottom. And then in the inside of the window is a red light. And these women they either have like their tops on, their bras and their panties. And then you can go in there and pay them to have sex with them. But I feel like I did it because it was just an experience.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I looked at Mom. I was like, Mom, I gotta do this. Yeah. I said, I gotta. It was crazy. My girl was with me too. I said, I gotta do this. And we both went in there.
Yeah.
And like, we had fun.
Did you drag her?
Huh?
Did I
drag her in there?
Yeah, did you
I
beat
think
her
she
up?
wanted to do it just as much as I wanted to. So look, we had fun. I mean, Amsterdam, it forever got me. Like,
I know that's right.
Shawty wanted to pay him.
Okay.
It was lit, man.
I know that's right.
But like, besides from that gotta be like. But that's one of them things. Like, I feel like when you get about you grandpa and your kids get older, you can share like those type stories with them. That's gonna forever resonate because it was like an experience. Yeah. But even further than that, like the love I got over there from my fans was crazy. Like Copenhagen was crazy. Tel Aviv was crazy. They was following us the whole way to the hotel.
Wow.
Like I almost got out the car and started fighting them. Cause like they was bad as hell, but it was love. Like it was a loving type of bad. Like they was at the window, fuck you, Choppa, fuck you. But you know it was love because like they was there. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was one of them things like, damn, this nigga don't want to get out the car. Fuck you. But then let me go back home and bump his music. Like, it was one of them type of things. Like, it was beautiful. So I had fun. I enjoyed myself.
That's
you
dope.
know?
Hey, man, what's your favorite Ratchet song?
My favorite Yo, we still on air?
No, we done.
I'm finna say, I'm just cussing it, but my favorite Ratchet song. My favorite Ratchet song. Damn, what is my favorite Ratchet song? I gotta go. Boosie set it off. I feel like this is ratchet as it go for me as a male for sure. Yeah. I just heard some shit from Summer Walker too. Y'all heard that?
Her baby mama song.
Yeah, that was funny to me. I found that funny for sure. Yeah. But I gotta go set it off. Yeah.
That's dope. So, with you being from Memphis, would you and Glorilla ever link up for a track?
Yeah, we supposed to be doing one next week, New York.
Yeah, need that.
I supposed to be putting on this real Memphis style type beat. It was just gonna be Memphis. Everything is Memphis around it. DJ Paul actually did the beat, so it's gonna be a beautiful thing for sure.
How does it feel to know that Memphis is really like controlling the wave right now?
Man, it's like we kind of been doing it, but they didn't want to give us our props. But now it's like undeniable because it's like artist after artist. First you had Block Boy, then you had me, then you had Pooh Shiesty, then you had Finesse 2 times, then you got Glorilla, then you got Bag, then you got like so many different artists that's just popping it right now for Memphis, and then you got Ja Morant. Like Memphis is just a big spotlight right now. So,
man, you and Rick Ross was just in the studio. Y'all got one in.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, we just made something crazy.
For
like
real?
He just made me step up to a plate. Like when I heard his verse, I said, "Yo, I gotta step up to the plate." Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he did his thing. He did Ross. It wasn't nothing like to where it's like, you know what I'm saying, that just blown out on your mind type thing. But it was Ross. It was like the fact that I'm on a song with the closest thing to me that'll be another Biggie just off the voice he have. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you hear that voice, you know that voice. Just like Biggie, you heard his voice. But Ross, when you hear his voice, it's just so elevated and, you know, it's like luxury to me. So I had to step to that plate, and I did. Yeah, we made a classic, I ain't gonna lie.
That's dope. So if you could change one thing about this industry, what would you change?
People helping. You know, people showing love, you know what I'm saying? And not just showing love because you at your peak or you this or for them to gain something off of it. I feel like, I honestly think the industry need more people like me. Like in the same sense, like I'm the type person I love to show love. I love to give people their flowers. I just love to give. Definitely. I'm just a big piece of heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just love to let people know that they're doing well. Whatever I can do to benefit or help, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do it. So like, you know, I feel like we need more people like that.
Yeah. The father, the artist, the performer. I'm going to tell y'all something you already know. Hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. But if talent do both of them,
come on,
that's your ass. NLE Choppa!
Yeah, anyway, appreciate you.
Great interview.
Yeah, great job.
Posted on the corner.